Hello everyone, my name is Tojo and welcome back to another episode of Dragon Age Inquisition back in the Emerald Graves, and today we've got a couple things to wrap up here. One, we have to find proof of nobility in Fairbanks, which I have to swap out. I forgot I have to bring a rogue for that, so we'll swap out Vivian. We have a murder to investigate, and we have a couple of targets in the area that Cassandra's interested in securing, so let's go handle that. First things first, let me go grab a rogue. Probably Vera. We haven't done... bring Sarah. Alright, Sarah, you're up.
Perhaps we should search about a bit.
Is there two doors here just because there's two doors here? Sure. A midwife's journal. This time-worn diary was found amongst more valuable items. It is bound in leather and is a solid silver trim, which might be why it is saved. A few entries can still be made out. 16 herring, 9 eights. This has been the coldest winter I can remember, even when the river is frozen. No one should be out there, not in this blizzard. So you can imagine my surprise when there was a knock at the gate. A young woman. She's looking for the Fairbanks cottage. I go out. I say to her, "Nothing fair about this weather, but yes, you're at the right place." She throws back her clothes and I see she is heavy, less than 2 weeks away. Please help, she is almost in tears. I bring her into the house and sit her by the fire with some tea and slippers. She is young, not more than 20. Her hands are smooth, they've not seen a day of work in her life. Her clothes are travel-stained but fine. The cloak must be worth at least 50 royals, beautiful blue trimmed with fox fur. Her name is Bernice, but she won't say more. Many girls come out here wanting to say who they are, I understand, or not wanting to say who they are. Bernice has had the baby, a boy, healthy full head of hair. She named him Everest. She tried to pay me with a heavy gold locket, a falcon on its face. I asked her what it was. It looked valuable. She says it's her father's and she doesn't care to have it anymore. I tell her she might not, but her son might. Her son might one day want to know where he's from. A new year, but he should be healthy enough to leave, but it's still too cold and I cannot turn her out. I will ask her to stay and be my assistant. I have needed help for a while. My finger's not as nimble as they used to be. Clever girl. She'll make a fine apprentice. In Trami's notes, the shipments are prepared and once again the rats from the Watcher's Reach are getting in my way. One woman got far enough into my camp to look into the crates, scrounging for food, no doubt. Sneaky little peasants. Perhaps traps next time? Okay. So are we getting that, Fairbanks is either, like, the bastard son of the, whoever lived here? Because it said that she was specifically looking for this place, or it's some other noble family that cast her out. An old painting in carved wooden frame. Pages rubbed off in some places, carved into the back of the frame. Lord Giraud Lamarck. The portrait shows the lord he must have looked over 40 years ago. He bears a striking resemblance to Fairbanks. Is that Knight Commander Meredith? Hello? Well, we found people. Okay. Orlais, Heraldry and Symbolism. This book offers a comprehensive book of the well-known noble bloodlines of Orlais. Of interest, a few lines in the entry House of Lamarck. Amies Lamarck established the ancient house in the time of Emperor Cordillus Dracon. Sadly, the bloodline ended with Lord Grier Lamarck, who disowned his only daughter, Bernice. The shield of Lamarck bears a falcon volant on a field of... The shield of Lamarck bears a falcon volant on a field of sky blue and gold. The house's motto is "To Sun on Blessed Wings." Not many people take the road west into Perindale for the sake of pleasure. Few living things inhabit the rocky countryside save for silver miners, wyverns, and an astoundingly pugnacious breed of mountain goat. In far-off days, the mountains around the city were full of dragons, and perhaps this is what first brought it to attention of the Pentagast kings. Certainly, it was not the goats. Although the region has belonged to Navarre since the late Blessed Age, travelers will find much that reminds them of provincial Orlesian town. A great carving depicting the lion slaying the dragon adorns the Perindale's gate, and many Orlesian lions decorate the city's buildings. And there are still many citizens who cling to the hope that the emperors will restore the city to the empire. Historians mostly agree that it was not the dragons nor the silver, and certainly not the goats that began centuries of warfare between Orlais and Navarre. It was Emperor Etienne, Valmont, and the Pentagasts. In 782 Storm, the Pentagast family, fresh from the throne again and the first time in generations and eager to build up the alliance lost by the Van Markham dynasty, approached the emperor to solidify a peace treaty through a marriage. The emperor, who was under great pressure to produce an heir, set aside his empress of 17 years and wed Princess Soteria Pentagast, theoretically cementing a promise of place in cooperation between Navarre and Orlais. Promises are hard to keep. By 797, Soteria was still childless, and the emperor sent her to a cloister so that she might marry his mistress. As anyone other than Etienne might have predicted, the Navarrans took this poorly. Angry letters arrived in the imperial palace by the cartload. A small war party of Pentagast rode into Orlais and reclaimed Princess Sortia, but the Navarrans did not take the military action yet. They were strategists and knew to bide their time. In 846 Blessed, while most of the Orlesian army was committed to Warden Ferelden, the Pentagast began the war against Orlais. The Orlesians rallied to defense and drove the Navarrans from Glazane and Arlesians, but at the cost of much of their northern territory. Perindale was lost and never recovered, a lingering sign that peace between the two nations was impossible. Cool. So I don't know what this place is or why it's fortified to the teeth, other than the fact that a bunch of Freemen people came out and attacked us. But we need to get into one of these rooms over here.
Tell me, Cassandra, did your family throw suitors at you?
My uncle did, waves of them, till I broke one's arm. Then there were fewer.
I must admit I never tried that.
It was an accident. Well, mostly an accident.
Sketch of the chateau courtyard. 3 statues over water and something about a bird? Or a duck? Get your men on the roads and hunt down those Inquisition bastards. We're losing the Emerald Graves. Have you forgotten what we're fighting for? Everything we do for our future and for our lay. Unsigned message. Villa Marl's taken. Malefant's gone. We're losing our grip. What now? The men are starting to balk. Talking about giving up. When Samson made this deal, we promised you the Dales. If you could hold them and keep the roads open for our supplies, or if you could hold the roads and keep them open for our supplies. Too difficult a concept, I grasp, I see. Enough of your fumbling. The Red Templars will deal with the Inquisition, not Captain Carroll. Bottles of Thetis. Absence. I'm aware of how to spell it. The bottle reflects my wish that the current crop of behatted, self-styled cads would disappear. I prefer La Fée Verte as a spirit, not affectation. Not affectation. Is it a bottle of absinthe, but it's like a designer thing? He's bespelled it on purpose? Wait, was that the proof? What was the proof? Anyways, so it's like a makeshift fortress put up in the middle of all this. Let's have a run back to, I guess, Fairbanks, see what he has to say about some of this. Andraste's strength. Andraste's past was difficult, as was ours, but we did not falter, as she did not, and we would be rewarded just as she was. Widow's woe. My Robert died last week, victim of men who once wore the colors of our beloved Empress. His remains were burned, as our chantry bids, and his last wish was to have his ashes scattered on the plateau that overlooks the Great Wood. But brigands and traitors have taken these woods, and I cannot fulfill his wish. This is as far as I go. But there are good-hearted souls in this world, and I pray the Maker sends us one who may journey where I cannot. And Joshua will look well upon one who hears a widow's plea. With broken heart, Widow Cairn. Let's go spread some ashes. Okay, so first things first. Is that 2 Freemen fighting each other? Okay. Anyways, first things first, let's go talk to Fairbanks.
Any news, Inquisitor?
The Freemen have been defeated.
They hurt so many of my people. Now it's finally over. Thank you. Perhaps with the Freemen gone, we can find a proper home. Argon's lodge was always well situated. I hear you've been investigating my birth. You haven't found anything, have you?
You're the child of Lady Bernice Lamarck.
I know who I am. Will you give me what you found, please? Honestly, Clara's intentions are good, but she is young and idealistic. Clara believes that being noble gives you power, freedom. She's wrong. It is just another cage. She told you the story of Lord Giraud Lamarck. The man turned his back on his only child and murdered her one true love for appearances. I don't want to be entangled in that. I don't want Clara in it. Do you understand?
All right, here's everything I found.
Thank you. This is best for everyone.
I need to be going.
I'll be here.
Okay, well that's sorted. You have anything else for us? Nope.
I need to be going.
I'll be here.
Okay, so we still have a couple things, a couple targets to take out for Cassandra.
Thank the Maker for Fairbanks.
Anyways, Freemen are defeated, so yay these people. They can get back to their lives, sort of. This bloodstone spawns every time I walk past it. Oh, is this place set up so we can use it now? Oh, they moved. Okay.
The Inquisition will always be welcome here.
Neat. Equinor, referred to as the stallion in common parlance, the constellation Equinor has historically been depicted as either a rearing horse or a seated griffin. Some scholars speculate that the constellation's original image was that of a hala, which could indicate a deliberate supplantation of the constellation's original reputation as... I already know how to pronounce that, but I forgot. Gillanane? The elven god is also known as Mother of the Hala. However, as horses had great significance in early Nerimenian culture from which the ancient Imperium descended, it is speculated it is largely considered unfounded. Okay, give me this general area to search for smuggler letters, but what do we... Hello? The hell was that noise? It's like a mixture of a bee and like a zombie moan. Oh look, lyrium smugglers. To Master Kells. The new client wants double red lyrium shipped last time. His content said it was for someone called Samson. I met him during the last trip. Got a Templar feel off him, although the armor he wears doesn't look chantry. Still, his coin's good and he doesn't preach.
Another letter on the smugglers, referring to Samson.
Sarah, was there ever actually someone named Red Jenny?
There was, maybe. Doesn't matter now.
You don't ever wonder how your organization got started?
Why? It isn't like a chantry where starts matter.
That would be giving it too much credit, that's true.
I'd be careful. The one in Navarre is mean.
Diary of Trollius Hertubes? What are these names? The Great Mission Day 1. Arrived in the Emerald Graves and located the first instance of the menace. Set up an observation clear close by. This will allow for an undisrupted study of the phenomenon. This particular example of the menace seems far less active than the ones in Leeds. It pulsates at a rate of a mere 427 times per hour. The sound of it here is a nagging drone, as opposed to the frantic whistling of the first one in town. As I recall, Sister Euphorbia described the noise as similar as the one heard when forcing air from a leaky bellows. Ran out of Sister Euphorbia's honey loaves. Still have cheese, but spent yesterday foraging. Spotted another menace through the trees by the river. I can only describe it as stormy. Must investigate it further. For the mission to succeed, I must learn all I can. We talking about the Fade Rifts? Oh look, another dragon. Where's that one running off to? Among the papers taken from the Red Lyrium smugglers in the Dales is a note from the ringleader to his lieutenants. Beware that red lyrium. Our mage claimed it's much more potent than the blue. Like serving brandy in an ale tankard, he said. 2 nights later he went crazy, frothing and screaming. We had to lock him in the warehouse. Looks like red lyrium madness, but comes on faster. It's not all bad. Our new client Samson has his agents buying anyone who gets sick. For gold. When they brought the mage, I asked why. Samson's people said to make something better of him. What they're paying, he must be up to something bloody, or he must have something bloody spectacular lined up. Have them and be extra careful around the crates. Tell me if any come down sick. Keep the why to yourselves.
Another letter mentioning Samson, and papers with names. Cullen could use this.
Ooh, there you are. You're pretty. Can I not walk over that way? That's fine, we'll go around. Creator Mistral. But what are you, element-wise? Apparently frost. Yep. They're drive-bys? Hello? Did the bubble break you? Do we... Should I just go? Can I save here? Just in case? Okay, we'll just go this way then. Maybe we'll have to reload that. It's fine, you do you, buddy. I'm gonna handle these dudes. Chase and sack meat. Brutishly strong honey liquor reminiscent of warm summer days, apple blossoms on the wind with an unexpected aftertaste of father going off to war never to return. Bitter to say the least. Must be in, Oi. Did we hear something about or Legion nobility talking about, you know, how esoteric they flavored foods? Like taste like sadness? What was that during the that was a Dragon Age 2 DLC with Talus, I think, when at that hunt party. Yeah, Dude Bro's still stuck up there, so let's spread the ashes at least.
Sarah, how are you not dead?
What are you on about?
I was trained from childhood by the greatest swordsman of an age. You were apparently orphaned to the street with your wits and a quiver. Neither full.
You come from nobles, all right. Get over yourself. I'm not even near the bottom of what real people live through.
Maker take you into his hands.
Okay, spread the ashes. Dragon's still broken. That's fine. Hello?
Keep your distance, strangers. Or better yet, leave.
Andaran Atishan, stranger. Inquisition, right? We'd heard you were in the area. I'm Taven. Forgive my friend's caution. We weren't expecting anyone.
What are you doing here?
Just looking.
Would you keep the secrets of this place from one of your own?
No, I just haven't actually found anything. Yet. There's a tomb, sealed since the Second Age. I believe I can find a way through.
What do you hope to find?
The truth. Elven accounts of the Old Kingdom or the Exalted March. Do you know what that could mean? So much of our history's been lost. To regain knowledge that hasn't been distorted by the Chantry, I should stop talking. If the chamber turns out to be empty, I'll look like an idiot.
If you intend to explore the ruins, perhaps I can help.
Our initial work will be tedious, and my party's more than capable of searching the ruins. Perhaps I could send word if we find something. Doreth Shiral.
Fair enough, I guess.
Keep your distance.
Yeah, I'm going.
Or better yet, leave.
Ooh, hello. Rift down. What is this place? Chateau d'Anterre. Get the feeling I'm going to get dragged there eventually for a quest, but let's go handle this investigation real quick and then see what we're doing time-wise. I don't want to go to Ferelden. I have to leave everything. My paintings, the cat, and worst of all, my mother's little garden. It's been such a comfort to me since her passing. I don't know what I'll do. But Lizelle has little Eves to think about, and the war threatens to consume more of Olay every day. The cat had her kittens the day we left. Make her look after her, I cannot. We couldn't even take our little one Eves, even though he begged. They were too small. They would have died without their mother. I'm so tired. We spotted a house in the forest, abandoned. There is a roof and some hay, and Lizelle agrees that we can stay there for a day or two to recover. Lizelle and Eves have gone a long time. I haven't seen them in days. Mother made a bed for them upstairs. I suppose Eves is still young. Young ones need their sleep. It's so good to have Mother with us on this long journey. She always knows what to do. It rained today. Mother and I played a hiding game in the house. I found Lizelle. She didn't like it when I found her. She was screaming about Eves. I looked at what I wrote before, and I guess there's an Eves? I think he's our dog. Mother told Lizelle to be quiet. She was ruining the game. Mother says I bore her. She's just sick again, like she was back home. I didn't tend to her well then. She got sicker because of me. Not this time. I asked her what she needed. She said there's a waterfall close by and a wild crystal gray shrub growing by its edge. She wanted me to get rose hips for her tea. What is happening here? There's some, like, witchery going on in that mansion over there. She forgot her mother was dead, or something replaced it, or replaced her mother, and she forgot they had Eves, their dog, maybe? Well, now I'm intrigued.
Impressive place.
No guards, no staff. I suspect this place has been abandoned for some time.
Okay. From the other side, and there's creepy groans happening. That's always a good sign.
That did not just light itself. Cassandra, Seekers go first, yeah?
Something stirs here. Stay alert.
It's not fair. I want to go outside. I can hear the guests downstairs. Another party. There's always another party. Mother and father bought me a present to make me feel better. To make me better. They're just trying to shut me up. Cook's scared of me. She still calls me by my my sweets, but she's scared. Still, she hasn't told father or mother. She's afraid of me more than she likes them. I don't think Cook likes herself much either these days. I have a new friend now. She understands me. She helped me make things fair again.
From the looks of their clothes, I'd say these men were looters.
Piss poor job of it.
Woo! Haunted house! Let's go! Yeah, I know how searching works. Why are you telling me that now?
Perhaps we should search about a bit.
Ooh, this is that painting we saw earlier. Where is it pointing us? Over here? Okay. Looks like a very ornate chest with like a keyhole, or is that just a statue of some dude with a very pointy mustache?
Did you hear that?
What did I have to do with this though? This was lit up orange in the sketch. There's something happening up there. Sarah, move. Thank you. Hello? This isn't unnerving at all. Potatoes. Oh, there's something hostile. Ooh. Where'd the zombie come from? Come on, where are you hiding it?
This place makes my skin crawl.
Doesn't it though? We gotta deal with zombies roaming the hall? Thank you. I need the light. Ooh, your knees are creaking, my friend. Cook's diary. Danielle's noticed my unease, and she's been pestering me with questions about the girl. I told her the dreaded child to see her duties and mind her own business, but at this rate, she's going to start prying and something will have to be done about her. Danielle's not a bad sort, even if she's a bit lazy. It'd be a pity to have to tell Lord Donter that she's being troublesome. Maybe I could just have the child fired. She knows her letters and numbers. There are any number of places that would take her. It's not too late for her, and I wish it weren't too late for me and the others. I must go tend to my poor sweets. I hope today will be a good day. We're dealing with some like demon-possessed apostate child again? Is that what we're getting at? Ah, lovely ballroom. Guess time to head upstairs. It doesn't look so much as Night Commander Meredith as it does the, it sort of looks like that's... What was it? The Sister Patrice from Dragon Age 2? But in Templar armor. Hello, there was a dragon. Are you gonna come to life? 'Cause that'd be pretty cool. How did we walk past you? Anyway.
This place, no fun.
This is plenty of fun. What you on about? Lord Donter's beast. Impressive, but certainly a fake, but it's superior quality. I'd rather hang a handsome piece than something unappealing. There's the door. Balcony key required. You have a key? Friend? Looking for a key. Have you seen it? No? Wait, what's over here? Where'd you come from? Yeah, I've got to get the key for that. Okay. very ornate bed. I showed them. We had such fun, we did. Dancing and partying until everyone fell down. It was glorious. The best party ever. Father and Mother went to their room when we were done. Mother was crying. She was so happy. I held out the present. It made me better, just like they said. I have not left the house. I'm still scared of what's on the other side of the door, but maybe I'll go out tomorrow. An apology. Ma chère Colette, I'm very sorry, we must depart sooner than anticipated. Night terror seized my husband. He will not remain a moment longer. Honestly, I don't know what he's thinking, rushing us out of here so rudely. Hope you will forgive me for not conveying my regrets in person, but due to the late hour we decided not to be a bother. I'm sure you understand. Secret reading. Pages of the letter have been hidden inside a copy of The Antivan Kiss, Volume 2. The box seems unassuming, but I'm told it works as intended. There's an enchantment to it. It attracted power before her. If you want more details, we talk more coin. There are risks in asking too many questions. I doubt you care as long as it helps with your little problem. I expect my fee in due course. From the Canticle of Threnodies. In secret they worked, magic upon magic, all their power and all their vanity they turned against the veil until at last it gave way. Above them a river of light, before them the throne of heaven, waiting, beneath their feet the footprints of the Maker, and still around them echoed a vast silence. The Girl in Red Crossing. Too long I have traveled, soon I'll see her smiling. The girl in Red Crossing I'm longing to see. Oh, I know she is there, daisies in her hair, waiting by the chantry to marry me. I dreamed of the kiss I stole beneath the arbor. I dreamed of the promise beneath the old ash tree. Oh, I know she is there, daisies in her hair, waiting by the chantry to marry me. One last stream to cross, one last hill to wander, until I reach the love I'm longing to see. Oh, I know she is there, daisies in her hair, waiting by the chantry to marry me. Running through the streets, only in silence follows. Elven era sunk in the old ash tree. Oh, I know she is there, days in her, waiting by the chantry to marry me. Ruby on the green, petals lost and drifting. Take her to his side, and Dross to hear my plea. I found her lying there, daisies in her hair, waiting by the chantry to marry me. Not surprisingly, this folk song originates from the Red Crossing region, although it is known in various parts of Orlais. While clearly inspired by the events of the exalted marches of the Dales, it is unknown whether the narrator and the eponymous girl are based on actual figures or are representatives of the overall losses suffered at Red Crossing. Except for the first volume of a popular romance serial known for its frivolity and excess. Would they truly notice so brief an absence? He murmured softly. He kept his back to her, his eyes on the paintings as though she did not excite the slightest interest. Would it be so very brief? She returned. The corner of his mouth twitched in a smile, a small triumph that served to quicken her pulse, making her mindful of her own countenance. The garden, he murmured softly and walked away without a glance in her direction. Her journey to the hedge maze was uneventful, although her heart yet quickened. At last she pulled into a dark alcove. So serene, that smirk of yours, he murmured in her ear. Let me see you smile. Slowly, he pulled the ribbon that bound her mask. Of gods in doubt, forgive me, I claim I believed once, swore with tears in my eyes that Our Lady was the light, and through her blessing I knew the Maker, but I cannot brook the division between what I have tried to know and what I cannot ignore. Is the Maker less silent than the profane elven pantheon, or the old gods of Dementor? And what of the archdemons that are not silenced at all? We have real ongoing strife, all of us, every people in Kree, that we each blame on the heretical actions of others. And yet if any one of our truths was truth, that blame would be impossible. It is not just that these claims of divinity cannot coexist, it is that no other claims should be made if any of these worshipped were ever truly God. I am ashamed my faith cannot withstand the pedestrian argument. All I have learned in my time here is fear. From Initiate Michael Luxavis, go as you must, as must we all. But know that the only thing worse than a faith broken is a faith untested. Okay, why'd you lead me down the stairs? There was nothing there. Scastu Chateau d'Antaire's interior. Okay, we got Maker and Andraste, I'm assuming, between a fire, and we need to look at the portrait on top. Still need the balcony key. Okay. So where did we see the statues? Someplace with the fireplaces, I'm assuming. Here we go. Okay. The dragon, is that the... that's not the skull, is it? There's something around there, though. Okay, so here is the dragon. Where is the... oh, well, I guess Lionhead. Ooh. We climbing on? Oh no. There is no one left to remind me. I can't trust the thoughts in my head. Some of them are hers, but these are mine. Key to the balcony, do not use. It won't make you better. They lied. She lied. Okay, but where is the key to the balcony? It's kind of the whole point of why I was doing this. There's a quest out here. I think that's over there. You guys open the door for me. Oh, I picked up the key eventually, I guess. What does this do? Got 10 cunning. Nice.
We're not alone.
Well, dude broken. Wait, what's back here? Lord D'Antaire's journal. The Circle Templar is demanding another payment. Greedy bastard, taking advantage of us all these years. Because we wanted to preserve our good family name, he promised to silence the mage once returning to his circle. That doesn't protect us from the Templar. I wonder though, was it enough? No, the mage was strong. Even I could sense it. It was terrifying. There was no way the child could break through. She doesn't even have training. As long as she stays inside, everything will be alright. No one will ever know. So they were hiding an apostate. So where is the kid now? You're just gonna block me out of these? That's fine, we can go take care of you.
I believe we put the worst of it to rest. Perhaps now this place will be as quiet as it seems.
Maybe. Still don't know where the hell that kid went. Unless the kid is the body we found. We don't know how old the kid was. But I'm assuming that the body we found was just someone that was influenced by the kid, because apparently there was some other weird mind stuff happening here. Or maybe it's unrelated, I don't know. Anyways, is that all? Is that about it? There was something locked up here. It was at the other end of the balconies. We've already unlocked that. Okay. So with that, I'm probably over on my recording time at the moment, so we will pick up where we left off in the next episode. I'm probably going to skip over the rest of the objectives here, because it doesn't seem like there's anything too imperative going on. They got shards, more shards. Got the Astrariums, got the rifts, you know, things that we don't have to exactly go over. We could go over the dude investigating the rifts, although I don't think it's going to give us anything but like maybe a line or two of dialogue. So we'll probably end up moving on to the next zone in the next area, or in the next episode. God, my words. So until then, my name's been Tojo. Remember to leave a like if you like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.